This is the question asked in today's SkillTrack Daily Challenge. So in the first line of our input, we are given an integer n as input, and after that we are given n records. So each and every record will contain a title and then the registration fee and then the duration. So for the first record, the title is treasure hunt and the registration fees is 200 and the duration is 60 minutes. So like this we are given n records, and now our task is to sort these n records based upon the conditions given in the question. So here, while sorting, first we have to sort these records based upon the registration fee, and if two or more records has the same registration fee, then we have to sort those things based upon the duration. And if some records have same registration fee and same duration, then we have to sort those based upon the title. So here in our output we can see that after sorting, this is how the n records will be sorted. So here the first record is rapid fire because it has the minimum registration fee 200. But here we are also able to see another event which has 200 as registration fee. So whenever the registration fees are equal, we would have sorted based upon the duration. So here we can see that the rapid fire has only a duration of 20 minutes, but the treasure hunt has 60 minutes. So that is why the rapid fire is first. So this is how we should be sorting. So now we have sorted the first two records, and the next smallest registration fees is 400, and there is only one event which has the registration fees as 400. So this third record will remain as such. So we need not compare it with any other records because it is unique. So the next is 500 rupees. So here there are two events which has 500 rupees. So whenever the registration fees is same, we have to sort based upon the duration. But here we can see that the duration for hackathon is also 180 and the duration for the project expo is also 180. So both the registration fee and duration is also same. So in these cases we have to sort based upon the event name. So the event name is hackathon and the second event name is project expo. So when we sort these two lexicographically, then H will come first. So that is why we are printing the hackathon first and then we are printing the project expo second. So this is how we have sorted these n records. So like this we have to implement a class named event which sorts the record in this particular way. So this is the code which is already given to us. So in the hello class, first an object for the scanner class is created and then an integer n is accepted as input and a list named events is being created, and we are creating a loop that iterates for n times, and in every iteration we will accept a record as input and we will be calling the class named event and we will be storing the object returned by the class in the particular list. And then after the execution of the loop, we are sorting the list using the collections, and after sorting the list of objects we are printing each and every object in the list. So this is the code given to us. Now we have to implement the class named event so that we will be getting our desired output. So now let us start implementing the event class. So the syntax for creating a class is class and then class name. So here first I am giving the keyword class and then the name of the class is event. So class event, and this should have a custom sorting. So it should implement comparable. So implements comparable, and within the Angular brackets we have to give the name of the class. So event. And then this class will have three class variables. So a string named title and then two integer variables, registration fees and duration. So I'm declaring three variables, and then within the constructor the input is given to us. So we have to use our constructor to initialize the class variables. So the constructor is nothing but the method with the same name of the class name. So here this is the constructor, and in the arguments we are accepting the title, registration fee and duration. So now we have to assign these values to the class variables. So I'm setting this dot title is equal to title and this dot registration fee is equal to registration fee and this dot duration is equal to duration. So now the values which we have accepted in the arguments are being initialized to the class variables. So now we have to write the logic for custom sorting. So here we have to override the compare to method in order to achieve that. So here I am going to redefine the method named compare to. So in the compare to arguments we are accepting one object, so event named e, and then we will be comparing this and E. So the two records first must be sorted based upon the registration fee, and only if both has the same registration fee we will be moving for duration and then title. So first we are going to check whether this dot registration fee is equal to E dot registration fee. If that is the case, then we will proceed. Else we will directly return this dot registration fee minus E dot registration fee. So this will return either a positive or negative value, and according to the value returned by it, the sorting will be taking place. But if the registration fee are same, then we have to proceed with the checking for duration. So whenever the registration fee is equal, we are going to next check for the duration. So using another if condition, I am checking whether this dot duration is equal to E dot duration. And again, if this condition is true, then we will be proceed checking with the title. Else we will return the difference between this dot duration and E dot duration, and again it will return a positive or a negative value, and as per the value returned by it, the sorting will be taking place. But if the duration are same, next we have to check whether we have to sort based upon the title name. So using the compare to method, we have to compare the this dot title and E dot title, and we have to return the value returned by the compare to method. So this is how we should be defining the class named compare to in order to get our desired output. So that first the events will be sorted based upon the registration fee, and if two or more events has the same registration fee, then those events will be sorted based upon the duration, and if any events has same registration fee and same duration, then those events will be sorted based upon the title. So this is how we will be implementing the custom sorting. And now in the code which is already given to us, we were able to see that after sorting we were directly printing the object. So it is not possible to directly print the object. So whenever we are going to print the object directly, the Java compiler will call the toString method. So it will convert the object into a string and it will print some hexadecimal value. So in order to avoid that, we are also going to override the toString method. So using the override keyword, we are going to redefine the method named toString. So whenever we are going to print an object, the Java compiler will automatically call the toString method, and we are going to return our output in the toString method, so that we will be getting the correct required output in the console. So this is how we are going to solve the today's daily challenge. So within the toString method, we have to return the event name and then the event registration fee and the event duration. So all these values must be separated by a space, and this will be returned and printed as the output. So this is the logic to solve today's daily challenge. Thank you for watching.